What's good, y'all? What's good, Real Talk Squad? This is Miles, and you're listening to Real Talk with Miles Johnson, where you know we always keep it real. Let's get right into it, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning into this episode. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, I appreciate you for tuning in. This is Philly Phrenzy. Talk about Philly sports. And man, do I have an episode for y'all today. Let's first get into the Sixers. Joel Embiid. All right. So I said something that a lot of my supporters, a lot of my followers did not like. Now, I had some people that came around to it and could see where I was coming from. But for those of y'all that might not have heard, might not have seen what I said, here's what I said. The Sixers should trade Joel Embiid. And it was uproar. Oh my gosh, how could you trade the best player in the world, a top 3 player in the game right now? I wouldn't say he's the best player in the world, but he's top 3. He's top 3. He's probably the best player in the regular season in the world. I'll give him that. But, I got people ask me, why would you want to trade a guy like that? The only reason is because of his injury history. And I would like the Sixers to take a page out of that Bill Belichick book in terms of, I'm going to trade a guy a year or 2 early so that I don't have to trade him when he's lost value. So the same reason as to why you're saying, how can you trade Embiid? He's playing so well, is the very reason why I believe that the Sixers can get a haul for him. Let's say this, hypothetically. Let's say the Sixers trade Joel Embiid for Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Nikola Jokic, 2 first-round picks, and a second-round pick. With that trade package, are the Sixers not the same team they are in the past? A team that makes it to the second round. If you think differently, comment down below. But if the Sixers trade Joel Embiid for Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Nikola Jokic, 2 first-round picks and a second, and Tobias Harris is going to be off your book, so you have, some more cap to get, some, either a star or maybe able to flip Tyler Hero and get, a superstar. You don't think that Sixers team would be better moving forward in the future? Because when you think about Joel Embiid, it's like, and look, hear me out. Don't really hear me out. When you think about Joel Embiid, he's 29 years old with a riddled injury history. There has not been a postseason that Joel Embiid has played in where he's been 100%. It just hasn't happened. Whether it was 2019 and he was in and out with that stomach and all that with Jimmy Butler and all them. It was 2020. I will give 2020. I mean, he was healthy, but the Sixers, they were no match for the Celtics with, and they did not have Ben Simmons at all. So even 2021, I think he had a torn meniscus, in the playoffs. That's why, he would be getting super tired at the end of games and wouldn't have the legs to power through and seal it in the clutch for the Sixers, right? 2022, it was always he wasn't 100%. And then what happened in 2023? He missed the first game against the Celtics. He wasn't 100%. Like, you feel me? Like, it's always some. It's always some. So, best case scenario, I believe, for Joel Embiid is that he is playing at this elite level for the next 2 or 3 years. For the next 2 or 3 years, Joel Embiid is playing at this MVP level in the regular season. That's what I believe for the next 2 or 3 years. But in the postseason, based on his history, there has been a drop-off. It would be different if there wasn't a drop-off in the postseason, but there is. That's just the facts. So would you rather have 2 to 3 great regular seasons, 2 to 3 years of great regular seasons, and getting bounced out either in the second round or by a prayer in the Eastern Conference Finals? Or would you rather trade for a guy in Bam Adebayo who's 26, is durable, you know he's going to be 100% or close to it come May, Tyler Hero, who can be flipped with a pick to be, a great wing. I don't know. I think I was thinking about Mikal Bridges. But I don't know if it'll work. I don't know. Let me know down below. I don't know if it'll work because I believe Maxey would be on his rookie extension, and then Mikal Bridges would be on his rookie extension. And, like, you can't have two players on the same. I believe. So I don't know if they can get Mikal Bridges, but if they can get a bona fide star as a wing, now you got it. Now you really got a team. So when I bring back my question, would you rather have Joel Embiid, who's great in the regular season, but fail in the postseason for 2 or 3 years, or would you rather have 6 to 8 years of great regular seasons, because Nick Nurse is a damn good head coach, and the ability to get to the second round, and you never know. Like, 2 or 3 years versus 6 to 8. In those 6 to 8 years, you never know what could happen. You feel me? It could be a situation where the Celtics, somebody's injured. It could be a situation where, the Bucks, like, they're rebuilding. Dame's not going to be there for 6 to 8 years. You feel me? The only team that's really worried about is the Celtics, because they'll probably still be, alive after 2 or 3 years. But you got to get past. I want Sixers fans, I want the Sixers to get past trust the process. Trust the process has been a failure. The number one reason is because the Sixers front office before Daryl Morey was abysmal. It was terrible. There's no way that you draft Mikal Bridges, whose mom works for the organization, and then you say, oh, no, we actually want Zaire Smith, who ain't played more than 15 games. Like, so the biggest culprit as to why trust the process has been a failure is the Sixers front office. Facts. Giving up Jimmy Butler. Letting him walk. Drafting Markelle Fultz. Drafting Ben Simmons. This team, that front office is the primary reason. And what Daryl Morey has to do now is pick up the pieces of what they left him with. That's what's happened. So we have to get past the mindset of, oh, trust the process, this. We got to, we can't, because I hear a lot of Sixers fans be like, we lost on purpose all these years. We can't just blow it up or, trade our best guys, all that, after we lost on purpose for all those years. Bro, we're not even a serious championship contender with the team we got now. So you need to just have it in your heart, have it in your mind, and realize that trust the process was a fluke. Trust the process was just a good slogan to keep the Sixers faithful into buying tickets and creating revenue for the Sixers organization. Once we get past that and not think emotional and think like, all right, what could be the best play past 2 to 3 years from now? It's got to be go younger. It's got to be go younger. So that was like my full explanation as to why I believe that Joel Embiid should be traded. It has nothing to do with his play, really. Now, is his play in the playoffs very concerning? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Just look at the box score in Game 6 and Game 7 against the Celtics in 2023. Look at the box score in Game 7 against the Atlanta Hawks in 2021. This stuff is real. This stuff is real. But the biggest problem, the biggest thing, the biggest selling point that I'm saying is go younger, because you never know what Maxey can turn into. Then you have two Kentucky guys. You got Maxey, you got Bam Adebayo. You never know. You never know. Think about that. Comment down below your thoughts on that. Let's get to the Eagles. So I want to say this about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is an example that they love you 1 minute, they hate you the next. It's crazy that Jalen Hurts, he was praised for his leadership. He was praised for never getting too high, never getting too low when the Eagles were winning games. And then, when they start to lose some games and they had that historic collapse, the narrative wasn't, well, maybe the coaching staff and some of the players simply did not bring it. It was, yeah, Jalen Hurts, he's not a good leader. Then you have reports that Britton Covey is saying that, there were teammates that were afraid to talk to Hurts because he isn't that welcoming. You have reports that his personality, the same personality that was fantastic, that was praised on, but now they're saying that he's too stoic. He doesn't show emotion when they lose. I just don't get why some reporters, why some people can't just say, you know what? They just did not play very, very well. It's not because of his leadership. It's just they did not play very, very well. It's not no bigger thing. It's just they did not play well. They did not play well. Jalen Hurts has never changed from what he has always been. When they win, he's never getting too high. I could see the criticism for Hurts for his leadership and his stoic personality if when the Eagles were winning, he had his pom-poms out. He was super giddy and, always, probably talking crazy, all this stuff. But then when they lose, now he's quiet. No, he's the same the entire way. He's praised for it's like jokes about Hurts that he don't show emotion on the field. It was this one play with the Bills when he ran for a first down and he got hype and then immediately got back into character, was like, oh no, let me chill. The game's not over yet. But that's what Hurts is known to do. But the bigger question, the bigger thing is the coaching staff versus Hurts' leadership. Because I still believe that Hurts is a great leader, and I believe that he is that franchise guy. He is that franchise guy. On the quarterback side, too, I know people have compared Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts. And there have been some people that have said, Jalen Hurts isn't better than Brock Purdy. Hell no. Hell no. If you gave Jalen Hurts that roster in San Francisco, oh my gosh. This will be Colin Kaepernick in the 49ers on steroids. It would be a sight to see. They would literally win Super Bowl after Super Bowl. And this takes nothing away from Brock Purdy. I want to say this about Brock Purdy. I know this isn't fully related, but hell, we're in the freaking Super Bowl week right now. Let me say this about Brock Purdy. He's very, very good. Brock Purdy is very good. I'm not the biggest 49ers fan. I don't like them at all. I don't. But I'm not bad at not keeping real. I'm not going to do that. Brock Purdy is legit. Brock Purdy is the truth. You talk about he's a game manager. Well, guess what? First year, NFC Championship. Second year, Super Bowl. Right? If Brock Purdy was a first-round pick, a second-round pick, hell, maybe even a third-round pick, people would be calling him a top 5, top 6 quarterback in the league. But people are so hung up on he was the last pick in the draft, 7th-round pick, he's not Mr. Irrelevant, that they're using every excuse to say, well, he wasn't that guy. I'll be honest, bro. Jimmy G would not be maximizing the potential of this offense. And we see clear as day that Brock Purdy is head and shoulders above Jimmy G, right? So regardless if the 49ers beat the Chiefs, and I'm going to give my prediction for that Chiefs game for the Super Bowl, regardless if Brock Purdy and the 49ers beat the Chiefs, Brock Purdy, he's the truth. He deserves people's respect, and it's pretty frustrating just as a football fan, not even as an Eagles fan, because I don't even want to see the 49ers succeed. But as a football fan, I got to call it what it is. Brock Purdy is legit, and the 49ers would not be where they are right now without him. Facts. That's just what it is, and it's only his second year. He's gonna keep getting better and better and better. I'm like, bro, he's legit. He's better than Dak Prescott. I'll give you that. I know that for sure. Brock Purdy's better than Dak Prescott. 100%. Because when Brock Purdy is down, you never see him fold. Talking about in the playoffs, when he's been down, he's never had that like deer in the headlights syndrome where he don't know what to do. With Dak Prescott, you can literally feel it on your couch. You can see it in front of your eyes. You saw when the Packers were up 7-0, Dak Prescott's palms was getting sweaty. You could see that they were already teetering a little bit, the Cowboys, in terms of if they thought they could even pull that game through. And it was only 7-0. With Brock Purdy, he has that mystique around the whole entire team of, hey, we got a chance. We got a chance. I'm going to give him his credit, and I know it's crazy because I don't like the 49ers, right? Like, I'm definitely rooting for the Chiefs. I don't know why the Chiefs get so much hate. I really don't. Like, Travis Kelce, he's cool with me. What has he really done? Like, what has he done? He talks trash during the game to his opponents and backs it up. In that Ravens game and the AFC Championship, what happened? He's talking crazy the entire game and putting in work. Like, you can only respect it. And people is, maybe hating about that Taylor Swift stuff. Taylor Swift, I feel like The problem with the whole Taylor Swift thing, it isn't the fact that she's on TV. Because when you really watch the games, she's probably on the broadcast for less than 30 seconds. Like, legitimately, she's on the broadcast for less than 30 seconds out of a 3-hour broadcast. But what happens is you have the different mainstream media outlets that post her religiously on social media, and that's what, puts a sour taste in the fans' mouth. And in my opinion, I know why they do it, because if somebody comments something positive or negative, it's going to boost the engagement up. So the mainstream media outlets, they know what they're doing, but I'm not that although I do think that SZA should have got Album of the Year, I don't really have that much of a problem against Taylor Swift. I'm just like, hey, man, I'm okay. She's supporting her boo. That's what she's doing. I'm not about to just keep beating a dead horse, But the social media stuff is annoying. But yeah, I started to talk about the Chiefs and, 49ers stuff because it is Super Bowl week. And, this is Philly Phrenzy. But, I had to just talk about the Super Bowl. I do believe, though, it's pretty wild to me that the Chiefs are an underdog. It's like, when will y'all learn? When will y'all learn? When will y'all learn? And unfortunately for me, I was thinking with my heart, because in my heart, I wanted Lamar Jackson to get his first Super Bowl. That didn't happen, but now reality has set in. We're watching the second coming of Brady and Belichick. I'm never again going to pick against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. Like, it's just no way that I'm gonna do that, especially when the Chiefs' defense is the best we've ever seen in the Mahomes era. So you have a phenomenal defense. This 49ers defense has not been great this postseason. It hasn't. It hasn't. It has not been great. The Packers had their way. The Lions had their way. If the Chiefs have their way running the ball, it's over. It's over. It's over. I do believe the 49ers will do a decent job against Travis Kelce. So I know who's going to have a great game. And if he was a betting man, hey, if y'all, betting sites want to sponsor Real Talk, go ahead, because I got a little prop. 70 yards, Rashid Rice. He's going off. He's going to go off in the Super Bowl. Believe that. Believe that. Believe that, bro. Believe that. I believe that. I believe that. And I just can't bet against Patrick Mahomes. And he's going to end up making history. He's going to end up making history, right? And I do believe that the 49ers will put up some points. It could end up being a shootout. But this Chiefs defense has shown to get to the quarterback. They have shown to get to the quarterback. So it's going to be on Christian McCaffrey to insert his dominance off rip. Because I do believe in Brock Purdy. He is legit. But this Chiefs defense gives great quarterbacks fits. They gave Lamar fits. They gave, I don't think Tua is a great quarterback. He's, very, very good. They gave him fits. So this defense is elite. I think they'll cause problems for Brock Purdy. And so I got the Chiefs beating the 49ers 27-17. Yes, I know it's crazy, but I'm never, ever going to bet against Mahomes and Reed. Hell no. I want y'all to just, like, comment, subscribe. And the last thing I'm going to say, I heard Debo say that the Eagles versus 49ers wasn't a rivalry. He's right. Because rivalries, like he said, are supposed to be close. And when we played y'all, we blew y'all ass out. Y'all blew us out, but that was in the regular season. We blew y'all out in the postseason. So let's just put everything into context. You feel me? This isn't a rivalry. Hey, y'all better handle business. But y'all ain't gotta stop. Why are y'all even worried about us? Like why are y'all worried about us? Like we on the couch. Yeah, y'all got a game to play. It don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me. So, I will say with the 49ers, I definitely do want them to lose. I can't even lie to you. I want them to lose. I want them to lose. They was talking crazy all year. And it hurts because they was talking crazy and they backed it up. They backed it up. That's when it's like, dang. That's when it's like, dang, like I can't even say nothing. Like I had this video where I was hyping up the Eagles and I was like, yo, Trent Williams, you better watch out for Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. And then the Eagles got blown out and Jalen Carter is crying on the sideline. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, how y'all making me look crazy out here? It's like when the girlfriend posts her man and then her man end up cheating on her, embarrassing her. It's like, yo, y'all embarrassed me, bro. Y'all embarrassing me. So, the 49ers, they did their thing this year. I'm definitely going to be rooting against them. But I do believe in Brock Purdy, but I got to go with Mahomes, Andy Reid, all these guys. Let me know your thoughts. Super Bowl prediction. Let me know your thoughts on this Eagles, roster, how they're going to do. We're going to have more content on the draft, all that stuff. Man, I love y'all. I hope that y'all love Philly Phrenzy and this new segment that we're putting on Real Talk. And again, this is Miles Johnson with Real Talk with MJ. I love y'all. Peace. Philly Phrenzy.